customer based business. So yeah, it's
You've,
like night and day,
I'm
really.
sorry to intercept, Luke, but I've just got to touch on that because you mentioned about your database. So obviously you use KW Nurture, which is, I have to say, I've only been using it for a couple of months since I've come back, and it is amazing what it does. And you've built that up to be a very large database. Now, as new agents will know that are watching this, a lot of your leads will come very, very organically for you literally rolling your sleeves up and going out prospecting, door knocking, building relationships, networking, etc. But yours, as a result of your consistency and commitment over those years in building that database, am I right in understanding you're now at a position where the vast majority of your leads come as a result of your database? You were saying, yeah.
Yeah, I would say over the years, it's definitely in the early stages, it's very labor intensive. And I say it to the newer agents. I used to get out and I was on the ground a lot, dropping flyers and knocking on doors and having conversations with vendors that were struggling to sell because, there was a motivated vendor there and whatever reason it wasn't selling. And because you can pay more attention to it and put more time into it, there's a good chance you can deliver a result where the other agents can't because it's maybe getting lost in the numbers. I mean, we've always had a really good track record with selling houses where others have failed. So, yeah, it is predominantly database led and organic leads. Not entirely. We get really good success in a particular farm area where in there, but it's all community orientated. Again, following the model and putting the time and effort into the community, trying to give something back. It does come back to you in spades. So it's a bit of both. It's not one or the other.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Because I think the internet just went off a little bit there. You're okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear me fine. Yeah. So I actually wasn't going to ask you this question, but I'm going to throw it in there based on what we've just said and what we've just discussed. Because obviously you've built this really successful business. On the flip side, is there anything? What is the one? Probably reword that. What is the one thing you would have done differently, looking back over the last 7 years? If you could do one thing differently, what do you think it would be?
Not be a power buy agent.
Right.
That's the honest answer. It's when I look back, I think we did it based on vanity of having a brand that was ours rather than just plugging into an existing brand. But it's really not about the brand; it's about the person. I can't stress this enough. People do business with people. They don't really. The brand adds a certain amount of weight to it, but not enough. I mean, at the same time, you were there when we first settled with Keller. They were building from the ground up with no structure. It was like literally just a grass field, but they were building.
Different world, wasn't it? Different world.
Yeah, and there was a lot to be. There was a lot lacking at the beginning because mistakes were made and maybe the wrong people running it. But it's a different kettle of fish now. There's so much there for the agents, and they're constantly developing it and just making it better. And every year that goes by, I look back at what they've done over the course of the year, and it's just staggering. It's exciting actually because you know that what we've got now, it's going to be far better than that in a year and in 2 years. So it's nice. But yeah, that would be the thing, 100%. It would just
yeah.
be...
I mean, I can feel that, and it's self-evident from all the agents that I've seen join. I was chatting to Claire earlier, and she was telling last month, like, I think 11 agents joined, and we've got a bunch coming off on between us, haven't we? In terms of the number of agents, and I think that is all led behind being able to sort of demonstrate the value of what Keller offers, and obviously you've experienced that for longer. So, no, that's good. So my final question for you, Luke, is what? Obviously, we talked about how we met. We talked about how you've built your business, and what does the goal look like for you over the next 5 years? What does that look like for you?
For me, it's just keep developing the sales business in the same vein that we have. We're at a point now where I'm about handling as many valuations as I want to handle. We've got a nice administrative team there. We've got strategic partners in sort of key areas as well. So we're pretty efficient on the ground. I think I'm ready now to just start expanding that team out a little bit and stepping away from it a little bit more, maybe handling less clients personally. and at the same time building out the market centre as well. Because obviously I've been part of Keller Williams for a long time now. It's nice that I've got a good reputation in the business and everything else. I've got some really good relationships with the people that are running it. Opportunity arose to take over as the operations director for the market centre. We've always contributed back and tried to help the other agents because it's part of the Keller ethos. If you're doing well, you teach other agents what you're doing, and ultimately agents have helped me, and I'm expected to help them, and there'll still be agents that help me as we progress and move on. So just building that out and making sure that the agents that are coming in have got people in the background that are working hard for them and trying to make sure they're as supported as possible, give them the best chance possible to make money and change their lives. Because that's the thing for me. I don't see the point in anybody starting something and not making money. It just doesn't work. It needs to be, come in, do it properly. Let's make sure that everything's done right and get you making money, because that's when lives are changed. That's when families are better off, and that's the kind of thing that as a person, it's a legacy you want to leave, isn't it? It's helping our clients with the sales business do something positive in their life, move on to their dream home, or pay their mortgage off early, and or help send their kids to college or whatever they're doing through their house sale. And then with the agent side, help it. It's just a bigger scale. So yeah, that's the thing for me.
And that's the beauty of Keller, and one of the reasons why I've come back is it's not a company where you recruited and forgot about. It's a company. It's very much the opposite. It's a company where you join and you're supported and nurtured all the way through, as you have been over the last 7 or 8 years. And look where it's got you. You're an immediate capper. You're building a big team, and the big thing which we discussed this week when we spoke, was it a couple of days ago, about the capping on teams and how the team structure works. And I don't know any other brand in the UK that's got a team structure that caps it so that you can grow it. So you've got unlimited earning potential and a minimum cost. In the same way as you have as an independent agent, and you're working that very well, aren't you, at the moment?
Yeah, it's funny as well, because I think the longer that you're in this, it's not a one size fits all approach. Different people want to work in different ways. Some people want to be employed, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of the best people I know are employees, and they're very, very good at what they do. And there's place for talent like that in the business as well, because we're always looking for key talent in different positions. But then you've got those that sort of want to have a different type of ambition. They want to be self-employed, want to earn more money, and maybe do something for themselves and take a bigger piece of the pie, so to speak, but don't want all the hassle involved with being a business owner and building out a structure, because it is challenging, it is stressful, and it does take up a lot of your time building a business, a system. So with them, you've got teams where we've got an established system, both as a market centre, both as my sales business. We're very well equipped to look after people that want to be self-employed. They just come onto our system, they go out and do the job, and they're well compensated for it. And then you've got people like me that do want to build a system. They want to build it to different levels. Some just want to be sort of local to a certain scale. Others want to regional. We've got some in the company that want to be national within a national and global brand. It's really whatever the individual wants. And I love that. I think that's massive, because it doesn't matter who you're with. Just having that flexibility to build it how you want to build it's huge.
Definitely.
Huge.
No, definitely. Well, it's been brilliant talking to you, Luke, and knowing you as well as I do. You sat in your car for the precise reason that you've time blocked your day so well that you're just about to jump out and see a client, aren't you? I think so.
I am, yeah. So as soon as we're done here, I'm straight into a meeting with a client. Yes, yeah. I wasn't supposed to be. No, actually, I was supposed to be in the car. Yeah, 100% was supposed to be in the car. That's the one thing. I'm very authentic. I am what you see, Simon.
That's what I love about you, mate. That's what I love about you. So, yeah, listen, thanks for giving up your time to do this. It was good to just have this catch up and create this video which we can share about your story. So, thank you very much.
No, you're very welcome, mate. Nice to speak to you as always.
Cheers, Luke. Thank you.
Cheers.